Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Green Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, this is from NBCnews.com, and it says here COVID-19 vaccines may have potentially unpleasant side effects. Okay, it says early data, and before I read the article, all right, what you're gonna find out when you read the article is, which they even mention it, they're coming out and telling you straight up that it has unpleasant side effects as a means of damage control. All right, they're coming out and telling you these things ahead of time, okay, so that it reduces the panic, so that when people start feeling these side effects, they're less likely to be like, oh, and oh my gosh, this is crazy, what's going on? But if they, on the part of these people, if they can say, oh, we warned you ahead of time, then people are less likely to bug out as much. It's just a tactic that they use. All right, but you shouldn't get the vaccine anyway. But as we're gonna read, this is a tactic that they use, man. And they let's just read it. It says early data suggests several of the coronavirus vaccines may cause people to feel crummy for a few days, and then they'll need a second dose. Now, my question is, when when you're trying to you're trying to get a vaccine, all right, to help you out. If you're trying to put something in your body to help you out, why is it gonna make you feel crummy? You know, why is it gonna make you feel worse than you already feel now? Before it's supposed to make you feel better. Now, it like if you're sick already, then of course your body's already feeling worse. It's already feeling bad, and then eventually it starts to feel better. But for something that's supposed to help you to worsen your condition, that's not normal. All right, but just because they tell people that that's normal, people think it's normal. And we're gonna read it, man. It says Pfizer is expected to seek federal permission to release its COVID-19 vaccine by the end of November. All right, a move that holds promise for quelling the pandemic, but also sets up a tight time frame to make sure consumers understand what it will mean to get the shots. The vaccine, and likely most others, will require two doses to work. Injections must be given weeks apart. Company protocols show. All right. So you get that first shot. You go through the different symptoms, and then they tell you to come back and get the next shot. Scientists anticipate that the shots will cause enervating flu-like side effects. All right. Enervating. It says here, causing one to feel drained of energy and vitality. All right. Why is something that's supposed to help you gonna make you feel bad? What are why do you what if you eat fruits and vegetables, which is good for you? Are you supposed to have side effects from that? How come the natural things, all right, that you consume that are good for you don't give you side effects? It's always artificial medication. Always side effect this. Oh well, there's a chance of this. There's a chance of that. Okay. It says including sore arms, muscle aches, and fever that could last days and temporarily sideline some people from work or school. And even if a vaccine proves 90% effective, the rate Pfizer touted for its product, 1 in 10 recipients, would still be vulnerable. Hear that? You're going to go through all this just to find out that it's not even a 100% proof, sure proof way. You're better off not taking it, man. It says that means, at least in the short term, the population level immunity grows. People can't stop social distancing and throw away their masks. Now, one thing I will say is, getting closer and closer to the time of this vaccine coming out, Salakia, we're not gonna be allowed to speak on it, all right, as much. Any video you put out, all right, speaking on it, they gonna take it down. They gonna strike your channel. They're gonna say you're infringing on guidelines and so on and so forth, and you're not gonna be able to speak on these things, man. Okay. It says and you once they do it, it's easy, man. Okay, it's easy. Like how you witnessed when YouTube went down. I believe it was what, yesterday. All right, just like that. Now they could do it in a way where the YouTube site might still be up, but just our videos will just be gone. Okay, and when that happens, there's how you gonna get it back? It says left out so far, and I mean we've done thousands of videos. You know, I'm talking about, man, collaboratively has to be like millions. All right, it's I mean it's a lot of information that has been done. Okay, do you expect us to go back and redo all those videos? That's not happening. Okay, it says yeah, so you better, go into them search engines, and if you got specific questions, start typing them in. you know, it says left out so far in the push to develop vaccines with unprecedented speed has been a large-scale plan to communicate effectively about those issues in advance, said Saad Omer, director of the Yale Institute for Global Health. It says, you need to be ready, he said. You can't look for your communications materials the day after the vaccine is authorized. Because understand that everything takes time. They do everything through a gradual process. Okay? Omer, who declined to comment on reports that he's being considered for a post in the new administration of President-elect Joe Biden. Everybody just ready and prepared, man. You know, called for the rollout of a robust messaging campaign based on the best scientific evidence about vaccine hesitancy and acceptance. And the way they're going to combat vaccine hesitancy is to purge our videos, is to put it out to where if any video comes up that is speaking on the virus or speaking on the vaccine and it's not from their sources, it's not going to be allowed. Okay? Because they're going to say these are the videos that are polluting and creating vaccine hesitancy, all right, and acceptance within the population. Even though it's the truth, but they're not dealing with whether it's true or not. They're dealing with whether it's part of their narrative or not. Okay? Let's just skim through real quick. Right here. It says such broad-based outreach will be necessary in a country where, as of mid-October, only half of Americans said they'd be willing to get a COVID-19 vaccine. Initial doses of any vaccine could be limited at first, but experts predict they may be widely available by the middle of next year. Discussing potential side effects early could counter misinformation that overstates or distorts the risk. All right, and that's what I'm saying. Okay, they're saying that them coming out and telling you, hey, this could potentially happen to you, this could potentially happen to you, all right, can counter, as they deem it, misinformation. So if we tell you something like the vaccine is not good, you're gonna have side effects, those are obvious signs that it's not good for you. But they come out beforehand and tell you, hey, there are potential side effects that you'll have, but don't worry about it. If you're feeling the side effects, that means it's working. So now they've changed your mind to where when you feel side effects, you get worried. You're like, yo, boy, is there something wrong? To now you're expecting side effects to know that this so-called vaccine is working. All right. You see how they play on people's minds? And they're gonna say it, man. Let me see if I can find exactly where he said it. It says here, we are asking people to take a vaccine that is going to hurt. You hear this BS, man? Uh, see if I can find it. It says here, persuading people who experience these symptoms to return in 3 to 4 weeks for a second dose and a second round of flu-like symptoms could be a tough sell. All right, because it's not. They're trying to convince you that something that is not normal, all right, or not natural is natural or is good for you. Okay, check this out. How public health experts explain such effects is important, Omar said. There's evidence that suggests that if you frame pain as as a proxy of effectiveness, it's helpful, he said. If it's hurting a little, it's working. Now, let's look up the word frame. Frame definition. Okay. A rigid structure that surrounds, not that, a person's body with reference, not that, a place, da 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 da, create or formulate a concept, plan, or system. All right, to put together, to think up, to conceive. Now, when they to devise. So if you know the saying goes, oh, I've been framed, or they framed me, that means they made something up about me. Okay, so using his own words, he said, um, uh, Omer said, there is evidence that suggests that if you make up, all right, or if you frame pain as a proxy of effectiveness, what? No. Okay? Pain is a proxy of effectiveness. So if you make it seem as though if it hurts, then it's good, it's helpful. It's helpful for what? It's helpful for them to push that vaccine on you. And basically call, hey, what do the scriptures say? All right, let's get that. They call evil good. All right, Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Now, evil, all right, meaning a bad time. Ev means a time, all right, and ill means bad. So that vaccine is going to cause people to have a bad time. But what are they doing? They're calling evil good. They're calling the bad time good. They're saying when you experience the pain, when you experience the bad time, it's actually good. See, if it's hurting a little, it's working. They manage to deceive you, all right, and tell you that no, poison is supposed to kill you. When it kills you, you know it's good. All right? And these people are so simple and feeble-minded that they believe it. They're a bunch of peons. All right? Why? Because a scientist came out and said it, or a so-called public health expert came out and said it. Not, don't you know that a lot of these people are, damn near all of them are funded, all right, by the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and those rich banking families. They're funded not to publish the truth, but to publish their truth, not the truth, but their truth. All right, which is what they want you to believe. Okay, and I'm not gonna read any further. All right, I'll put the link of this in the description so you can see it for yourself. Okay, but they're ramping up the narratives again. Okay, of this whole vaccine. All right, they're saying Texas passed 1 million cases, California following next, Chicago now in the stay at home order, and then the trend is gonna keep rising. All right, and it's gonna move fast. Okay, so let's see how they play it this winter. Now this is Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, when the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." Why? Because when the evil days come, it's going to be too late. That's why the Lord said, then shall they seek me early, but they shall not find me. All right, you got to take advantage of this truth now. Okay, because the time is coming when the Lord is going to have it to where when you need it, you won't have it. All right, if you don't get it now, when you really need it, you won't have it. Okay, so with that, I hope you were informed and edified. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.